I am making this for the record. Now listen. This is Chuck Schumer for the Democrats, making his case for the resolution concerning the impeachment of Donald J. Trump. This is Tuesday the 21st of January 2020, and I will play what Chuck Schumer was speaking about in his resolution. Now, I had said this some years ago, that if and when America should be destroyed, it will be rich folks who will destroy America. Rich folks in the sense of being wealthy, rich folks in the sense of those politicians who are there gaining the riches from the people of the country and selling out the country. The deceivers, the arms of the system of Babylon, as we call it in reggae music. Here you will see Chuck Schumer stating his case before the actual trial of the president begins. Now the Republicans talk about evidence, yet when the Democrats sought to get evidence, Trump and all of them blocked it from coming. We, the American people, thereby suffer the consequences of not knowing the truth. And now what has happened is Mitch McConnell, who is the leader of the Republicans, and all of them have decided and planned a resolution strategy for this trial in such a way that the American people will not be able to see the truth, will not be able to have enough time to ascertain the truth. The way they have planned this speedy trial is a strategic deception to the American people. It's a travesty of justice. They're trying to avoid the truth coming out. Now what Schumer and the Democrats have been trying to do is to get the truth out from the witnesses which the Republicans have all blocked from coming forward. So the American people has not had a chance to see and to experience the truth. That's the problem. Let's listen to some of what Schumer is saying. We will listen.
The McConnell resolution limits presentation by the parties to 24 hours per side over only 2 days. We start at 1, 12 hours a day. We're at 1 a.m. and that's without breaks. It'll be later. Leader McConnell wants to force the managers to make important parts of their case in the dark of night.
Listen carefully to what Schumer says.
Like the Clinton rules. The McConnell resolution places an additional hurdle to get witnesses and documents by requiring a vote on whether such motions are even in order. If that vote fails, then no motions to subpoena witnesses and documents will be in order.
Right.
I don't want anyone on the other side to say, I'm going to vote no first on witnesses, but then later I'll determine it. If they vote for McConnell's resolution, they're making it far more difficult to vote in the future.
That's their strategy.
That
Right.
Schumer, all
Unlike the Clinton rules, the McConnell resolution allows a motion to dismiss at any time in the trial. So in short, contrary to what the leader has said, the McConnell rules are not at all like the Clinton rules. The Republican leader's resolution is based neither in precedent nor in principle.
It's a contravention.
Driven by partisanship and the politics of the moment.
It's deception. And the people are being raped and conned and tricked.
Deeply unfair resolution.
Good.
And seek the witnesses and documents we've requested, beginning with an amendment to have the Senate subpoena White House documents.
And they should be subpoenaed.
Let me be clear. These amendments are not dilatory. They only seek one thing.
The truth.
That means relevant documents. That means relevant witnesses. That's the only way to get a fair trial.
The only way.
Everyone in this body knows it.
The only way.
Each Senate impeachment trial in our history, all 15 that were brought to completion, feature witnesses. Every single one.
That's right.
The witnesses we request are not Democrats. They're the president's own men.
That's right.
The documents are not Democratic documents. They're documents, period.
I hope the people of this country are watching this historic occasion.
To the president or incriminating.
Our country, our constitution, our democracy is in grave danger.
Part of our constitution.
That's right.
Seek the truth, and then let the chips fall where they may.
They don't want truth.
Like colleagues have offered several explanations for opposing witnesses and documents at the start of the trial. None of them has much merit. Republicans have said we should deal with the question of witnesses later in the trial. Of course, it makes no sense to hear both sides present their case first, and then afterward decide if the Senate should hear evidence. The evidence is supposed to inform arguments, not come after they're completed. Some Republicans have said the Senate should not go beyond the House record by calling any witnesses. But the Constitution gives the Senate the sole power to try impeachments. Not the sole power to review, not the sole power to rehash, but to try. Republicans have called our request for witnesses and documents political. If seeking the truth is political, then the Republican Party is in serious trouble.
Because they're liars. And the country is in very grave danger.
And wrong. Well, if the president believes his impeachment is so brazen,
prove it.
Why won't he show us why?
That's right. Prove it.
Why is the president so insistent?
Prove it.
Everyone come forward that no documents be released. If the president's case is so weak that none of the president's men can defend him under oath, shame on him and those who allow it to happen.
That's right.
That's right. What is the president hiding?
They're sinking America.
Republican colleagues hiding. Because if they weren't afraid of the truth, they'd say, go right ahead. Get at the truth.
Exactly. We need the truth.
In fact,
American people, we need the truth.
Argument on the merits of why witnesses and documents should not be part of the trial. No Republican has explained why less evidence is better than more evidence. Nevertheless, Leader McConnell is poised to ask the Senate to begin the first impeachment trial of a president in history without witnesses, that rushes through the arguments as quickly as possible.
Right.
That in ways both shameless and subtle,
thinks he's slick.
Steal the truth from the American people.
That's right. Hiding the truth.
Claim that the House had ran the most rushed, least thorough, and most unfair impeachment inquiry in modern history. The truth is, Leader McConnell is plotting the most rushed, least thorough,
dangerous,
unfair impeachment trial in modern history.
Wake up, America. Wake up.
The Senate has before it a very straightforward question. The president is accused of coercing a foreign power to interfere in our elections to help himself. It's the job of the Senate to determine if these very serious charges are true. The very least we can do is examine the facts, review the documents, hear the witnesses, try the case. Not run from it, not hide it, try it.
That's right.
The case. Because if the president commits high crimes and misdemeanors,
they're seeking truth,
and Congress refuses to act, refuses refuses even to conduct a fair trial of his conduct, then presidents, this president and future presidents,
can do the same.
Impeachable crimes with impunity, and the order and rigor of our democracy
will be destroyed.
Decline.
And they will destroy this country.
The final fail-safe of our democracy will be rendered moot.
That's right.
The most powerful check on the executive, the one designed to protect the people from tyranny, will be erased.
Technotyrannical society.
My colleagues, each of us will face a choice about whether to begin this trial in search of the truth or in service of the president's desire to cover it up.
That's right.
Whether the Senate will conduct a fair trial and a full airing of the facts, or a rush to a predetermined political outcome.
We need the truth.
My colleagues, the eyes of the nation, the eyes of history,
is on us.
The eyes of the founding fathers are upon us.
That's right.
History will be our final judge. Will senators rise to the occasion? I yield the floor.
We are destroying. The Republicans aim to destroy this country. Yes, America will be destroyed by those people who are trying to hide the truth. And they shall not. They will never, none of them will escape the judgment of Allah Rastafari. They will all suffer the consequences. Not one of them shall escape Jah's judgment.